There were emotional moments and moments of disagreement, but most of the attendees at a town hall organized by VOA's Horn of Africa service showed that it is possible to have a civil and honest discussion about the future of their home country, Ethiopia.
The problem in our country isn't something that started in a day or two. The problem in this country dates back 150 years. To move forward beyond ethnic divisions, it's important to debate and negotiate to get clarity.
As Ethiopians around the world anxiously watch to see if a fragile peace agreement will hold, this group of people from the Ethiopian diaspora gathered in VOA headquarters in Washington in early December. The Ethiopia Path to Peace televised event brought together activists, scholars, and others from multiple ethnic groups for a rare opportunity to speak about the 2 years of conflict that has torn the country apart. Meaza, a Tigrean activist, researcher, and human rights advocate, was one of the panelists. She is relieved about the peace agreement, but does not believe it is enough to address the underlying causes of the war.
They're singing a peace song, but the peace agreement doesn't answer or address the fundamental questions that Ethiopian societies collectively have.
Panelists believe there is a long road ahead to establish a durable peace. Henok Abbebe, a member of the Ethiopian diaspora who specialized in human rights law, said the country finds itself in a precarious situation. Tigray suffered immensely, Henok said, but in order to move forward, the country must also acknowledge the damage done in the Afar and Amhara regions.
Yes, there was destruction because of war, but we should ask, was there an intention to eliminate the people as people? It is difficult to imply the intention, but that doesn't mean attacks and suffering didn't happen.
On November 2nd, the Ethiopian federal government signed a peace agreement with the leadership in the Tigray region in Pretoria, South Africa, days before the war marked its second anniversary. The fact that the ceasefire has stopped the bloodshed is a big achievement, and the opening of humanitarian corridors is a promising sign, some said, but most agreed that there is a need for accountability. If fundamental issues aren't addressed, there is potential for a return to war.
The peace agreement is a negative peace because violence has stopped. But to go further, the opportunity of a ceasefire is important, and gleaning from conflicts in other parts of Africa to understand the logical pattern of war and address the core issues of how the war started.
Some panelists struck a more conciliatory tone, saying that for true healing to begin, empathy across ethnic lines is needed.
What surprises me is that as much as some people are dedicated to their own side and ethnicity, why is it difficult to empathize with those who live side by side when they are suffering? When are we going to cut the cycle of never-ending crimes and continuous feelings of being attacked and build a country that is enough for all of us and stands for justice, equality and democracy? When are we going to be human?
The war in Tigray has displaced thousands, causing a shortage of food, medication and access to basic care for millions of people living in the region. Salim Solomon, VOA News, Washington.